Like a river, sum of streams, to learn how to follow and widen with others to finally meet the ocean. My name is Daniel Jack Lyons. I'm a photographer and anthropologist, and I'm here for an exhibition here at the Melkweg of a series and a book that I made in the Amazon. It was a really beautiful way that came about. The last trip I was in the Amazon, I was hanging out with Anjita, actually, who is an indigenous trans activist. So she recited a poem, and the poem was called Like a River. And she got to the last 4 lines of the poem, and she had to read it twice because her voice got shaky and she was very teary-eyed. And what she said to me after that is, it's why it's so important for all of us, trans and queer community members to collaborate with you, is because we're all like small streams joining together with you to make a river, and it's our hope that you will carry us to the ocean so that we can be seen by the world. Within all of these photos, there are 3 sub-communities. So there's the indigenous activists who really identify with their indigeneity, and they're all about environmentalism and land sovereignty, and they are attending protests and organizing protests, and that's really like their focus. There's another group that's very trans and queer, and they are queer identified, and they may be indigenous as well, but many of them really push their queer identity to the forefront. And then there's another third group of people who are just artists living on the margins, and those 3 communities all know each other. It's a very small town, so they're all there's friends in between everyone, but I found it interesting that there's basically these kind of 3 identities that people push. I think it's really important because, traditionally when we talk about the Amazon, we think about it as a forest, as a biome. It's always referred to as like the lungs of the earth, and when we think about people who live in the Amazon, very often people think of rural indigenous tribes who spoke, unheard languages and so on. And sure, that exists and that's important. But I think what's missing from the public sphere of imagining the Amazon is real human faces that are similar to you and me. It wasn't always my intention to create that, but as I continued to follow the path of making this work, I realized how important it is for Wendell to be seen, for people's faces to be seen, because other queer people like me, or maybe other rappers or musicians or people who identify with those identities will now think of that when they think of the Amazon. It puts a human face to that forest, to that biome, and I think that's important. So what I like about photography or the reason I carry a camera with me is because I often really value these interactions that I have with people, having intimate moments and sharing those moments with a new friend or something. It's really nice to document that, and especially getting to know people. I think, I'm often asked what's my biggest inspiration, and the easiest answer is stories of survival and perseverance are really inspiring to me. And so as I meet people who share their life with me and share their stories with me, I think it feels important to document those moments as well. It's such an honor to be at the Holland Festival, and to be working with the team here at Melkweg has been amazing. I feel like so many of my dreams have been coming true, that to be able to have an exhibition of this size, to be able to make a book that I've made. So my dreams are to continue this work and to continue to grow as an artist, and to interact with more people, more communities, to create more work, more books and more exhibitions, and to keep on going. Like a River, the exhibition will be open until the 6th of August, which is the last day of Pride, and it's a free exhibition, so come check it out.